Hello, I'm Rita. I'm gonna cook a German dinner for you tonight. It's going to be um, uh, beef olives, which is called Rouladen in Germany.
You naughty boy.
We need to put a cage down here. So I'm cooking this beef olives. It's really quite straightforward. We've got all the ingredients here. It's a beef first thing. We're doing it for 4 people in the moment. It's a very thin sliced beef, which can also be tenderized if we like. And I'll show you later what we do with it. We need some cornichons, some cauliflower for the sauce, and some pancetta or streaky bacon and onions. It is quite straightforward. Just the cooking time is a bit long, but it tastes really nice. So I hope that will work all right. I've dried the meat, washed it first, and then patted it up with some paper towel. Now I'm preparing the meat. I'll just put some salt and pepper on it. So we're just doing 2 in the moment. It needs to be quite a lot. So we'll do that. And then I prepared an onion, cut it into slices. So we put that on a little bit later. I've got some Dijon mustard here. So we put this on the meat to give it a bit of taste. Not too much, but just enough to cover the surface. So, and then you wipe it all out. So that's it. So I'm supposed to do it, I don't know, like this. And then because it gets all rolled up later, so it gives it a bit of taste. So we're just putting some onions on here, sliced and then halved, to just sort of evenly spread out on the meat. I do that. And then I've got some little cornichons. There we are. We cut them in half. They're tiny, but it's all right. You just sort of spread them out on the surface. Shouldn't go in there with your fingers, but we only use it this time. So give it a bit of a zingy taste. They're tiny. There we are. So and then we roll it up as good as we can do it from the bigger end of the meat. It's just ordinary meat from the butchers. If you just tell the butcher it's for beef olive, it needs to be very thin and good quality, then you'll be fine. So we roll it all up. It gets quite big because big slices. So and then we can put some toothpicks on, or we can also do it with some cord. I've got that somewhere else, but if whatever you got at hand, but you need to secure it quite well because the long cooking time, it might fall when it's to bits later on. So just do it. It's already. But be careful to take it out when you're eating it. So that'd be good. So one is ready. So we'll put it on here for now. And that one. So this is traditional German dinner. It's a bit involved, but I don't cook it every day. My auntie who got 99, she cooked really lovely dinner like that. I really had to think hard. What is the German dinner? Because I've lived in England for 30 years now. And as you don't cook it all the day, I thought, what is it? And I could still taste it. It's quite funny how you remember your parents cooking, and all of a sudden it all came back to me. I'm glad for that opportunity. So I think now we prepare the next stage. We have to heat some oil and a bit of olive oil and a bit of butter to get it really hot and start frying these and brown them, and then we'll do the next stage. Cover the bottom with olive oil and a bit of butter in it, just all. So I'm putting the rolled up beef olives in here to brown them. Nicely secured with toothpicks. So it takes a while. Don't let it get too brown, and just regulate the heat a little bit. It still needs to be hot, but some brown. It's been a long time since I've cooked that. Nice. Okay, it looks a bit burnt on the side, but it's quite good to have it a little bit like that, so it gives a bit of an intensive taste. So now we're putting like trial and error to 3 teaspoons of flour in the corn flour. Whisk it, and on a low heat, whisk it a lot. We like our sauces in Germany, and they have to be quite thick. When you see recipes in England, they're always very thin. So the more more corn flour you put in here, the thicker it gets. So it's on a low heat. So we need a bit of stock, beef stock, just sort of, how many liters is that? Half a pint. Add that into here and constantly whisk. Oh God, I got it all over the place. Whisk. Let it cook a bit. It thickens while you're stirring it. You constantly have to stir it. So that might be enough for now. By ear, you want the thickness that you like having. I think that gets quite thick with the cooking time. So you put back the olives, beef olives, into here, into this sauce. Like this. You can turn it up a little bit more now, not too much. It doesn't want to burn, so you put that in, and then later on you let it cook now for an hour and a half, and it should be ready in an hour and a half, but constantly watch that it doesn't burn on the bottom of the pot. So, and fill it up with either more stock to get it more tasty, or a little bit of hot water. So just regulate your cooker. I've got to come to terms with the gas cooker. So, but it should be doing all right now. You can leave it to it for an hour and a half. Normally with red cabbage chop into slices, small bits, and blanch it, which means in boiling water for a couple of minutes, and then you can put bay leaf in and cloves to give it a bit of taste. And then you can later on put a little bit of butter on it, and we do mashed potatoes. Then we have a traditional German dinner. We have finished the meal finally, and hope you enjoy your beef olives. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good appetite.